Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to destroy your opponent in 10 moves with the Ruy Lopez opening. This is a simple yet effective trap for beginners. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So, this deadly trap starts off with pawn to e4, and then your opponent responds with pawn to e5. Then you play knight to f3, attacking your opponent's pawn. And your opponent responds with knights to c6, the standard. Then you play bishop to b5, the Ruy Lopez opening, attacking your opponent's knights. Your opponent responds with knights to f6. And then you respond with castling. Your opponent captures this free pawn. And then you immediately attack your opponent's knight with a rook to e1. Your opponent moves his knight back to d6. Then you capture the pawn on e5 with your knights. And then your opponent takes your knights with his knights. Then you take your opponent's knights with your rook, giving check. Your opponent blocks the check with his bishop. Then you play knights to c3, developing your knights. Your opponent captures the bishop on b5. But instead of taking back, you're actually going to play knights to d5, attacking your opponent's bishop. Your opponent responds with castling, thinking he's safe. But that's actually a huge mistake, because then you capture the bishop on e7, giving check. The best move is for your opponent to move his king to h8. But then you bring your queen into the game, with queen to h5. If your opponent attacks your rook with pawn to d6, that's another huge mistake, because then you sacrifice the queen, taking the pawn. Your opponent's only move is to take the queen, and then you play rook to h5. Checkmate. If your opponent instead plays pawn to g6, attacking your queen, you respond with queen to h6. If your opponent then attacks your rook with pawn to d6, you then play rook to h5, threatening checkmates on this square. Your opponent's only option is to take the rook with his pawn, and then you play queen to f6, checkmate. Now for the final demonstration. Checkmate. GG. And that is how you destroy your opponent in 10 moves with the Ruy Lopez opening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.